Good morning student. Today we start a new topic, definite integration. There are some related syllables from this definite integration, which is definite integral as a limit of sum, and therefore exercise 4.1 also deleted. Next, reduction formula. This reduction formula also deleted from definite integration. Now let us start to our syllabus. So our first topic, fundamental theorem of integral calculus. Now there is one definition. If integration f of x dx is equal to g of x plus c, then integration a to b, there is a limit, you can say like that, a to b f of x dx is equal to g of x, where limit a to b, and this constant of integration will cancel in definite integration. So which is equal to g of b minus g of a, means first put upper limit, then minus, and then put lower limit. So here a is called lower limit and b is called upper limit of integration. Now there is one property of integration. So look at this property. What is that property? Integration of a to a f of x dx is equal to 0. Means when upper limit and lower limit is same, then our function will become 0. Now there are some examples from exercise 4.2, because 4.1 is deleted from our syllabus. So our first example is evaluate integration of 2 to 3 dx upon x square plus 5x plus c, which is from exercise 4.2. Student, note that we already solved that examples in indefinite integration. So here is only difference in the limit. So first solve this indefinite integration and then put limits, you get your answer. So let us start. First take I is equal to, so write I is equal to 1 upon x square plus 5x plus 6 dx. Now this is quadratic equation, and we know that how to solve quadratic equation. So there is one method. This is ax square plus bx plus c, and there is one formula which is b square upon 4a. So here is b 5 square upon 4 into 1. So it is 25 upon 4. Now 25 by 4 add and subtract in this quadratic equation. So here is 2 to 3, 1 upon x square plus 5x plus 25 upon 4 minus 25 upon 4 plus 6 into dx. Now 2 to 3, 1 upon, take it in one bracket. So it is 5x plus 25 upon 4. And calculate this, 4 into 6, 24. So it is like that, 25 minus plus 24 upon 6 dx. So it is 2 to 3, 1 upon, this is x plus 5 upon 2 whole square, and here it is minus 25 plus 24, which is minus, here is 4. So it is minus 1 by 4 dx. Now integration 2 to 3, 1 upon x plus 5 upon 2 whole square minus 1 upon 2 square dx. We know that the formula of integration of 1 upon x square minus a square. So using integration of 1 upon x square minus a square dx is equal to 1 upon 2a log x minus a upon x plus a plus c. But when we take definite integration, then constant of integration will cancel. So here we take only I is equal to 1 upon 2 into 1 upon 2, because the value of a is 1 upon 2 log x plus 5 upon 2 minus 1 upon 2 upon x plus 5 upon 2 plus 1 upon 2, and there is a limit from 2 to 3. Okay, now calculate this 2 get cancelled, so here remaining 1 into log is log as it is. Now you can calculate this x plus, you can observe denominator is same, so it is 5 minus 1 upon 2 upon x plus 5 plus 1 upon 2, and it is 2 to 3. Now calculate log of x plus 5 minus 1 is 4, 4 upon 2 is 2, so write here 2 upon 5 plus 1 6, 6 upon 2 3, so write here x plus 3, and it is from 2 to 3. Now put the limit. So our process of integration is finished here. Now we have to put limits. So log of, first put upper limit, then minus, and put lower limit. So upper limit is 3 plus 2 upon 3 plus 3 minus log of 2 plus 2 upon 2 plus 3. So it is log 3 plus 2 5 upon 6 minus log 4 upon 5. We know that the rules of logarithms, using log a minus log b, the rule is log a upon b. Using this rule, our integration will become I is equal to log of 5 upon 6 upon 4 upon 5. So this is I is equal to log of 5 upon 6 into 5 upon 4, so which is equal to log of 25 upon 24. So this is our answer. Now our next example, evaluate 0 to pi by 4 sin raised to 4x dx. So first take I, let I is equal to sin raised to 4x dx. Now split sin raised to 4x by using laws of indices. A raised to m raised to n is equal to a raised to m into n. Using this laws of indices, we can split it like that: sin square x raised to 2 dx. Now use here identity. What is identity? Sin square x plus cos square x equal to 1. So using this, it is 1 minus, instead of using this, you can use here 1 minus cos 2x upon 2 dx. This is the rule of cos 2 theta. We know that the rules, you can check. Cos 2 theta is equal to 1 minus 2 sin square theta. Therefore, take 2 sin square theta here and 1 minus cos 2 theta here. So 2 divide. So sin square theta is equal to what? 1 minus cos 2 theta upon 2. Using this, we can solve it. Now this is a minus b whole square, and this 2 square is 4. So take it outside. 1 upon 4, 0 to pi by 4, 1 minus cos 2 theta, 2x whole square dx. Now use here rule a minus b whole square. What is rule? A minus b whole square, a square minus 2ab plus b square. So it is 1 minus 2ab means 2 into cos 2x plus cos square 2x dx. Now 1 by 4, 0 to pi by 4, 1 minus 2 cos 2x plus cos square 2x. So value of it is 1 plus cos square cos 4x upon 2 into dx. So here is formula. Cos 2 theta is equal to 2 cos square theta minus 1. Take 2 cos square theta. So it is 1 cos 2 theta plus 1. 2 divide here. So it is 1 plus cos 2 theta. Means when cos square theta, then there is a formula 1 plus cos 2 theta upon 2. But we have here cos square 2 theta. Means when angle is single, then here angle is double. So when angle is double, then we get angle 4 2 times. Means 2 into 2, 4. So 1 plus cos 4 theta upon 2. Don't write it in your answer paper. It is only for your understanding. So please understand it, how we use the formulas. So using this, we have our answer 1 minus 2 cos 2x plus 1 plus cos 4x upon 2 dx. Now 1 by 4, 0 to pi by 4, 1 minus 2 cos 2x plus this 2 can be split like that, 1 upon 2 plus cos 4x upon 2 into dx. Now add this 1 plus 1 upon 2. So remaining. Now this is our next step. 1 by 4, 0 to pi by 4, 1 plus 1 by 2. Calculate this. So it is 1 by 4, 0 to pi by 4. Calculate 2 into 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3. So it is 3 by 2 minus 2 cos 2x plus cos 4x upon 2 into dx. Now our next step, 1 by 4. Take integration. So 3 by 2 is constant. So constant into integration dx is 3 by 2x minus integration of cos x is sin x. So it is minus 2 sin 2x. It is multiply. So it is divide. Plus integration of cos x is sin x. So sin 4x. This 2 is already and this 4 is multiplied. That's why 4 is divide. Okay, and integral from 0 to pi by 4. Now simplify it. So it will become 1 by 4, 3 upon 2x, 2 get cancelled. So remaining minus sin 2x plus sin 4x upon 8, 0 to pi by 4. Okay. Now first put pi by 4 upper limit and then put lower limit 0. So it is 1 by 4, 3 by 2 into pi by 4 minus sin 2 into pi by 4 plus 1 by 8 common into sin 4 pi by 4. And we know that 3 by 2 into 0. So you can write here minus 0. Why? Because 3 by 2 into 0 is 0. Sin 0 is 0. Sin 4 into 0 is 0. Sin 0 is 0. That's why its whole term will get 0. Now calculate. It is simple calculation. So it is 3 pi upon 8 minus 2 2s are. So sin pi by 2 plus 1 by 8. This 4 get cancelled and we get sin pi. Okay. Now our next step, 1 by 4, 3 pi upon 8. We know that value of sin pi by 2 is 90. So it is 1. and sin pi 180, sin 180 is 0, so it is 0. 0 into 1 by 8 is also 0. Now 1 by 4 into cross multiply 3 pi minus 8 upon 8. So value of this equation is 3 pi minus 8 upon 32. So this is our answer. Now next example, evaluate 0 to 1 x into tan inverse x dx. Okay, so let I is equal to 0 to 1 x into tan inverse x dx. Now in indefinite integration we already solved that type of examples. So you can observe this is algebraic function and this is inverse function. So according to Light rule, LIATE, this rule, so this is over u and this is v. We know that rule. What is integration of u into v dx is equal to u integration of v dx minus integration of derivative of u into integration of v dx. Okay, now if here is limits, then it is a to b, a to b, a to b, and here is also a to b. But instead of this we can take whole limit. So let us start to solve this example. I is equal to tan inverse x, u, value of u is tan inverse x, into x dx minus integration of derivative of tan inverse x, integration of x dx into dx, and here is limit 0 to 1. Now take tan inverse x as it is. Integration of x is x square upon 2 minus integration derivative of tan inverse x is 1 upon 1 plus x square, and here x square upon 2 into dx, and limits from 0 to 1. Now next step, tan inverse x into x square upon 2 minus integration. This 1 upon 2 is constant, take outside of integration. So remaining here x square upon 1 plus x square dx, and this is limits 0 to 1. Now next, tan inverse x into x square upon 2 minus 1 by 2 integration. Now adjust here. What is this? Is 1 plus x square, so adjustment. This is adjustment of us. We take 1 minus 1 upon 1 plus x square into dx, and here limit 0 to 1. Okay. Next step, tan inverse x into x square upon 2 minus 1 by 2 integration of, separate this, 1 plus x square upon 1 plus x square, and this is minus 1 upon 1 plus x square into dx, and this is the limits from 0 to 1. Now next, this 1 plus x square cancels, so here remaining only dx. So you can write here tan inverse x into x square upon 2 minus 1 by 2 integration of this. So here 1 minus 1 upon 1 plus x square dx, and here is limits from 0 to 1. Now next step, tan inverse x into x square upon 2 minus 1 by 2, integration of 1 into dx. So integration of dx is x, and integration of minus 1 upon 1 plus x square is tan inverse x. And here is limits from 0 to 1. Now multiply this 1 by 2 in this bracket. So we get tan inverse x into x square upon 2 minus x upon 2 minus minus plus tan inverse x, and this limits from 0 to 1. Now put the limits. So first put upper limit, it is tan inverse 1 into 1 square upon 2 minus 1 by 2 plus tan inverse 1 minus tan inverse 0 is 0. So its term becomes 0. Here is 0 and here 0. So you can write here 0. And tan inverse 1 is pi by 4 into 2. So it is pi by 4 into 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 plus pi by 4. Sorry, there is small mistake. This 1 by 2, 1 by 2. So here is also 2, 2. So it is, that's why I is equal to pi upon 8 minus 1 by 2 plus pi upon 8. Now calculate pi upon 8. So it is 2 pi upon 8 minus 1 by 2. So it is pi by 4 minus 1 by 2. This is our answer. Now our next example, evaluate 0 to 1 upon root 2 sin inverse x 1 minus x square raised to 3 by 2 dx. So let's take its side. 0 to 1 upon root 2 sin inverse x, and here is one small change, this is 3 by 2. So I am writing here 1 minus x square into under root of 1 minus x square into dx. Give it equation first. It is 1 by 2 power and it is 1, so it will become 3 by 2. Now this type of example will be solved by substitution method, and we already seen substitution method in indefinite integration. So here is our revision. Put sin inverse x is equal to t. Okay. Then differentiate with respect to x. So it is 1 upon under root of 1 minus x square. You can take dx directly and it is dt. So you can check 1 upon under root of 1 minus x square is dx. And here is also sin inverse x equal to t. So that's why t is equal to what? Sorry, x is equal to sin t. This inverse will get changed to this side. Okay. So this is the part of indefinite integration. But when we in definite integration and we take substitution method, then the limit will get changed here. So when x is equal to 0, t is equal to what? So you can put here x equal to 0. So t is equal to sin inverse of 0. Sin inverse of 0 is 0. So when x equal to 0, t is equal to 0. Now when x is equal to 1 upon root 2, then t is equal to sin inverse 1 upon root 2. And this is the value of pi by 4. Okay, so our new limits are 0 to pi by 4. Now use this. So by using equation first, I is equal to 0 to pi by 4 sin inverse x. So sin inverse x is t upon 1 minus sin square t, because sin square x is t and here 1 minus value of x is sin t and value of this is dt. So here write here dt. But 1 minus sin square t is cos t. So cos square t. Okay. But 1 upon cos square t is sec square t. So instead of this you can write here t into sec square t. Now take here u into v rule. So this is u and this is v. Because it is algebraic function and it is sec square x t is trigonometric function. So here I is equal to t integration of sec square t dt minus integration derivative of t integration of sec square t dt and here dt. And here is over limit 0 to pi by 4. Now we know that integration of sec square t is tan t. So write here I is equal to t into tan t minus integration of dt upon dt. So it is 1 and here only write tan t dt. 0 to pi by 4. Now you can take integration of tan t, which is log of sec t. So I is equal to t into tan t minus log of sec t, where 0 to pi by 4. Okay. So I is equal to, now put the limits, pi by 4 into tan pi by 4 minus log of sec pi by 4. And here 0 into tan 0. So it is minus 0 and this is minus minus plus log of sec 0. So it is pi by 4 into tan pi by 4 is 1 minus log of sec pi by 4 is 1. Sorry, it is root 2 minus 0 plus log of sec 0 is 1. So it is pi by 4 minus log root 2 minus, sorry, plus log 1 is also 0. So our final answer is I is equal to pi by 4 minus log root 2. Now our next example, evaluate 0 to 2 pi under root of cos x into sin cube x dx. So let us take it I, let I is equal to 0 to 2 pi under root of cos x into sin cube x dx. Now split this sin cube x like that, under root of cos x into sin square x into sin x dx. But we know that sin square x is 1 minus cos square x. Using identity, it will become cos x 1 minus cos square x. What is identity? Sin square x plus cos square x equal to 1. So using this identity, this will become 1 minus cos square x into sin x dx. Okay. Now this is the example of substitution method. So here also we have to substitute some value. So you can observe cos x, we can substitute cos x, put cos x equal to t. So after differentiating, we get sin, differentiation of cos x is minus sin x dx. Here we get dt. Okay. But we have to change limit also. So when x equal to 0, So t is equal to cos 0 and value of cos 0 is 1, and when x is equal to 2 pi, t is equal to cos 2 pi, and we know that value of cos 2 pi is 1. Okay, so here our new limit is 1 to 1. Now put that limits, so we get I is equal to limits 1 to 1 under root of t 1 minus t square into minus dt. Okay, but we know that property. What is that property? Using integration a to a f of x dx is equal to 0. Means when limit is same, then our function will become 0. That's why I is equal to 0, because here limit same 1 1. So in this way we solve this example. Tomorrow I will take another example from this exercise 4.2, and tomorrow I will give you homework. So before that, try to understand these problems, and if any doubt, any queries, then you can call me. Thank you.